Here's something else that everybody who is watching should see, that this is a transcript for the municipal court in the Weeds case, MIS 25709. The one I just checked with everyone today, and the statement of the lien is illegal. It's not even on record. This is just a terrorism attack, and it's a threat, just like this transcripts. And so in here, the municipal court never filed and notified me that they changed the hearing to October 29th instead of September 29th, 2016, which was the day after I got out of jail. And they never notified me. The only person that had indicated to me was William Hayes. I would have missed and been arrested again. So I notified them and said, this put me in jeopardy of a bench warrant by you not properly notifying me. I have the right to that. They said, oh, well, we sent an email to the jail, and the jail is required to give you that. They never sent an email to the jail. I asked for an email that they sent. They never sent it. They gave me a fake, fabricated email, which I'll find and I'll put on YouTube because it's a fabricated email. Is never sent. And the person never received it in jail. And here also in the transcript, I paid for the fee and I filed for the fee for a jury trial. We went to court this day, which was the transcript, which is September 29, 2016, to have a trial. No jury showed up, which means it's a mistrial. So I said I'm going to ask for the court to move for dismissal due to mistrial. And the judge said, oh, no, we're not going to dismiss this case, Miss Wodiuk. Mind you, Miss Wodiuk. And she has my education, and there's been motions for her to refer to me as Dr. Wodiuk, as I'm required by color of law and statute and Constitution, as I have an accredited degree. So then I said, Your Honor, the canon also does state that a legal notice of 6 full 24-hour days must be notified to all parties, and which were deprived to me. And I recorded this to her, that the due process has been deprived, and that there were no warrants by the plaintiff of the city to enter my property, which they have pictures of them going on my property without warrants and removing weeds and mowing, which weeds were not over 10 inches. And so that's a crime. And she says that she doesn't have to comply with statutes, and that the judge this is municipal court. We have our own laws. No, sorry. The law states that you have to, as a judge, still adhere to the canon and the Constitution and all the rights. And she had stated she doesn't have to do that. So in here I came back and I said, excuse me. She says the jail's responsible for getting me that information. Well, she didn't. And then I said that she still is required to follow due process, and she's still entitled to follow the constitutional rights, because she thinks she's municipal court for the city and she can do whatever she wants. So I indicated to her that I want a copy of the warrant for why they trespassed my property. And she says, oh, we don't have that. That's a separate issue, and we don't have to give that to you, and yada yada. You can go through these slowly and read them if you want. And then she says, I said, well, that's under the 4th Amendment, and you cannot trespass my property without a warrant. That's a crime, even by you city actors. She says, if you bring that up at trial, I'm going to hold you in contempt. I said, whoa, you're threatening me. And I said, well, this trespassing involves the same citation in the same case at 2710 East Route for the weeds that my tenant paid. And now you're going to charge me? She says, we can charge every person that's on there. I said, did you charge Michael Fronte? No. So they said no. Oh, we're just going to charge me, which the tenant agreed in the contract that she would adhere to the municipal laws. And due to contract law, that's like state law, then she's trying to trump state law and statutory law and hold me to paying the fee again, which is a racketeer. It's a racketeering. It's illegal. You cannot do that. It's like double jeopardy. And so she says that if I bring up the matters of them trespassing in court, that she is going to hold me in contempt. in contempt of court, which is a judicial threat to my civil rights, as I do have a right to address that as it goes along with this citation. Mind you, they didn't bill me until a year and a half later for these weeds, and the weeds were already paid by the tenant, and they were already cut. I have pictures of it already cut. And that they are putting pictures in where the weeds weren't even over the legal limit. This is hideous. Majorly hideous. I'm going to keep going so those that want to read this can stop and read it. And this is the same Judge Sykes who refused to report the Barack Obama threat, refused to intervene into the jail's conditions that are life-threatening matters, refused to investigate the malicious prosecution in 15 CR 1287, and it appears that Judge Sykes is involved. Mind you, there's a Lieutenant Sykes, spelled the same way, in the jail, who's really dumb, and says that the inmates' conditions, their living conditions, are not inmate concerns. Which, interesting, very interesting. I don't know if they're related or not. We're going to have to do a little more investigation. But that's the transcript of the judges threatening me, literally threatening me.